Hi pals, John here with the Lens Power, and today we're going to dive into the Sony camera menu system. So we're not going to dive into all of the menu features, that would be too long and incredibly dull, and we're also going to skip over some of the ones that can be reached from the function menu, such as drive mode, autofocus modes, focusing areas, exposure compensation. Basically anything found here is right at your fingertips already. So we're going to dive into some of the other settings, where you can find them, and let's get into it. All right. So the first one we're going to get to is file formats, file types. This is in Red 1 or Camera 1. Whether you want to shoot compressed RAW, JPEGs, fine JPEGs, all of that is going to be under here in Red 1. Now for you videographers, we are actually going to jump across to Purple 1, and that is where you're going to find your file formats here. Whilst we're in Purple 1, it's also where you're going to find your S and Q settings. So whether you want to record at crazy frame rates, all of that is going to be under Purple 1 in the S&Q settings. So that's for your slow motion type guys and gals out there. Now jumping back to Red camera menu, we're going to go over to Red 6, and this is where you can find your face and eye detection settings, whether you want to switch it from human to animal, back again, left eye, right eye, automatic, all of that kind of stuff is here under Red. That's camera 1 menu page number 6. All right, let's jump ahead to this little setting here, release without lens. This is for you people that like to shoot with older lenses, vintage lenses, manual lenses, adapted lenses where perhaps you don't have a smart adapter. If this is set to disabled, you're not going to be able to use the camera, you won't be able to record or take pictures, so make sure that this is enabled. By default, this will be set to disabled right here. Moving to Red 14. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Here we go. Whoa, pressed the wrong button somewhere. Moving to Red 14, I'm just gonna cheat and go back that way. Here's where you can actually find your manual focus assisting, peaking levels, all of that good stuff. So if you are manually focusing for whatever reason, you can set your peaking settings, levels, colors, whether it's on or not, can all be set here in Red 14. The green menu system is all about networking, as if you want to connect up to your smartphone, FTP transfer, all of that kind of stuff. We're going to skip over that. Blue is all about playback, and honestly most of the playback settings in here are fairly straightforward. So moving on to the yellow menu system. First somewhat important one we're going to get to is this cleaning mode here, where it will perform a sensor cleaning. The cameras will typically clean the sensor either at startup or shut down, but if you happen to feel the need to clean between those times, you can always go to yellow 2 and find it in there. Moving over to yellow 5, this is where the format would be, and as we can see from the little on-screen message, it's currently disabled, and that's because we don't actually have any cards in there. If we did have a card, it would then give you the option of picking which slot you wish to format and give you the rest of the formatting options. And then we have yellow 7. Now if you pick up your camera and something feels funky and it's just not behaving how you might expect, you might want to consider doing a camera reset or a camera initialize. Camera settings reset will just clear the settings, so it will leave things like times and dates that are stored on the internal memory of the camera intact, whereas if you initialize, it will basically take it back to factory settings just with the firmware, latest firmware that you have installed. One last thing I want to talk about, and we've kind of already got a little bit set up here, is that Sony has a My Menus setting. So you can actually register your favorite things, different items that you jump in and out of all the time. It's not much point if you just want to find one thing and change it and leave it there. Kind of defeats the point of this. This is if you like to shoot slow-mo at different frame rates, then you can put a register an item for that, and then it's quickly accessible for you to be able to speed up, slow down, or formatting, because then when you open up the menu it's right there, or switching between RAW and JPEG, or animal and human face detection. Those kinds of things where you might have it one way for a shoot and then change it for the next shoot, or even change it in the middle of the shoot. That's where these menu settings really sort of shine. That's it for the Sony menu system, at least for the, should we say, the original Sony menu system for cameras that are a7C and older. Look for our forthcoming video on the a7S III, a7 IV, and any of their newer cameras, because that is a new updated menu system for them. If you found this video helpful or informative, please consider giving us a like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, smash a bell, tell a friend, whatever it is all the cool kids say. And until next time, I'll see you soon.